Hey everybody, Coach Elliott here, getting ready for some elementary PE. I want to start off by saying I'm glad to see everyone back here at 5 Point School. I'm already confident it's going to be a great year. So, like I said, this is elementary PE. Elementary PE is K through 5th grade. So, I'm going to give you a rundown of some different things that are going to be happening this year in PE. So, for starters, we're going to go over our PE rules. So, rule number 1 for PE is always wear your proper shoes. I want you to wear tennis shoes. I know some days we may have picture days, so there's some exceptions, but try to wear tennis shoes, okay? Next, clothing. Always wear comfortable clothes. Like I said, I know some days we'll have picture day, but it's a better idea to just dress comfortable for PE so you won't get your clothes dirty throughout the school year. Normally, I know for middle school, I'll let them change clothes sometimes, but for elementary, we don't. Just keep that in mind. Big rule for elementary PE. So, when we come in on day 1, I'm going to have these spots out. They look like this, plastic poly spot, and they're going to be out in the gym. Your kid is going to be given a poly spot, and that is going to be where they come into the gym every day for class. It's kind of like their little desk, except for it's a spot. They're going to come in, and we're going to sit crisscross applesauce on our spot. And then we're going to go over what we're going to do that day. So normally, in PE, we'll come in, we'll do a 10 to 15 minute warm up, and then we'll do our activity, okay? This year with COVID, we're going to make sure everything is spaced out 6 feet apart, and we'll go from there. So, when I do grades for elementary, it is strictly participation, okay? If your child comes and participates, they'll get 100 on the day. And that's pretty much it with grading in elementary. With 3rd through 5th grade, in the past I have done Google Classroom assignments, but I don't know if I'm going to do that this year. But that's basically our grading stuff here. If you come and you participate, you'll get 100 for the day. So I'm going to go over the COVID update that I have for PE. So one thing that the governor has said that we must do is wear masks. So when we come into PE, your kids will have to wear a mask. They'll come to their spot. When they get to their spot and sit down, they should be 6 feet apart, so I will allow them to take the mask off, okay? We will do our warm-ups and our exercises, and depending on what activity we do that day, they may not have to put the mask back on until we leave. But it's just a day-to-day basis. But they need to bring their mask with them every day to PE. That's the main thing I'm getting at. Another thing we have is after every class period, I have a backpack that has some sanitation type of liquid in it. And I spray down the gym and I spray down all pieces of equipment that we use. So everything will be clean whenever your child comes to PE. Lastly, I have a couple things of hand sanitizer put around the gym. Whenever they enter the gym, they'll get some. Whenever they leave, they'll get some. Another big thing, speaking about the COVID update, is that the water fountains in the school are shut down. We will not be allowed to use the water fountains. So in saying that, I will allow for the first 9 weeks of school, at least while we're doing the COVID stuff, your child can bring a water bottle with him or her. The only thing is if they bring it, I do not want them to be throwing it around the gym like some decided to do last year. Just make sure you tell them if they're going to bring water, they have to keep it with them and they cannot pick it up, throw it around. That's my only thing with that. So new this year, over the summer, I focused on getting us some grants here at the school. And one big thing for me is I was wanting to do some technology in our PE classes. Last year, I did the, the eSports Day. And on eSports Day, I brought the smart boards in here, and we hooked up different game systems, including we had a Wii, we had the Xbox Kinect, had a Nintendo Switch, and there's something else that I had. But that's how I was doing technology last year. I'm probably going to do that again this year once the COVID has calmed down. But I've gone out and I have ordered little bitty smartwatches similar to Fitbits. And so 3rd through 5th grade will probably get to use these at some time. Basically, we're going to go over how exercise can affect your body. And this, they'll hook it up to an iPad that I have, and we'll be able to look at that. Another thing that I'm really focusing on doing this year, especially with elementary, is called a sports ed unit. A sports ed unit is basically I pick out a sport such as basketball, and we will spend a week building up a basketball skill such as dribbling, shooting, passing. All week we'll work on specific skills, and then the following week, so it's 2 weeks, following week we'll do a tournament that has a championship game. Normally the kids go really crazy for this. They liked it. Last year we did spike ball with the middle school classes and they enjoyed it. But we're really going to focus on doing sports ed stuff this year. So in closing, like I said, really glad to see everyone back, and I'm looking forward to a great year. Let's go.